Hey guys, today we are diving into Obabo's account. I asked him and he told me that I can expose any runes in this account, including Swift. So we're getting a deep dive into everything today, just to see what is the difference between SeanB rune and a real SWC contender legend gamer runes look like. Let's start off with some of the Swift unit, and I think this is gonna be one of the strongest Sonia in this entire game. We have plus 2000 attack, 230 speed, and she is kind of tanky. Like, look at the HP and the defense. You know what? It's on wheel. It's on wheel. Like, I will jump off a chair, okay? If I have to fight this Sonia. Slot 2, look at that. Legend quad attack percent. We have crit rate. We have flat attack in there as well. Speed, crit rate. Oh my god. And attack. Quad everywhere. I think this is gonna be like a bit better than the purple rune, but still really, really good. And for Sonia, it is very important to get the flat attack grinded as well, because you want as much attack as possible. Slot 5 is another quad speed and a 12% enchant and a 10% grind. Slot 3 is a quad speed, and we have crit rate and we have accuracy innate. Slot 1 is a quad speed with attack, with HP, with crit rate. It is perfect. I don't think there's like any wasted stat in this entire build. Everything is dedicated to making her stronger. The only thing lacking is this wheel rune doesn't have a crit damage innate, which would be like insane. And maybe not accuracy, but crit damage innate. That would make this Sonia pretty much perfect. But right now, she is as perfect as she can be. What about the artifact? Crit damage as more enemy HP, because she's usually the one that start the fire and one-shot the enemy unit. And we have skill 2 crit damage, first attack crit damage, and more crit damage as more enemy HP. Pretty much insane Sonia. And remember, this Sonia could not one-shot the enemy Gianna in SWC. And people were wondering, what the fuck? What do you pick this Sonia for? But this is the Sonia. It's crazy how the enemy runes are as well, because they can survive this kind of Sonia. His secondary, or maybe also very good Swift set, another 226. If you put this on the Sonia on a high base speed unit, this will become 230 as well, which is really, really crazy. So if the Water Twin Angel, one of the most popular support unit for G3, because it can strip defense break, which can allow so many LD units to one-shot you, boost attack bar, heal, stun, reduce cooldown, and a speed leader. And also pretty decent base speed as well. We have speed, attack, and HP. It's on a Swift Nemesis build, which is really good. Like, it's not even a broken set. It's a real Swift and Nemesis. And everything is grinded as well. As you can see right there, farming grind is very, very important. And if you have a legend rune with quad speed, you better use a legend gem and a legend grind into it as well. So this unit has a 8% extra resistance that it doesn't need, but overall we see a lot of quad speed, and we have a beast slot 2 with 28 accuracy. Very, very good. In artifact, we have additional damage because it multi-hit, so the skill 3 can do even more damage. But for most of you guys, you probably want to get some skill 3 accuracy and skill 2 accuracy as well. But that's not all. The third Swift unit I want to show you guys is Raoq. I found this unit insane because every rune in this Raoq is very much perfect for a damage dealer that wants to be on Swift. So we have a slot 2 with 27% crit rate and beautiful attack stat. We have a crit damage rune with speed and crit rate. We have an attack rune with speed, crit damage, and accuracy. And then this wheel rune right here is also triple speed and crit rate roll. This wheel rune right here is also triple speed roll and a crit rate roll and accuracy innate. This Swift rune is also triple speed, crit rate roll, and accuracy innate. This is pretty much like the dream combination of stat for a damage dealer, because you want speed and you want crit rate, because you cannot grind a crit rate. And then you want the other stat to be attack percent, HP defense. So this build right here is pretty crazy. And then there are two other Swift sets that I think are sort of okay-ish that you picked to outspeed the enemy violent or despair unit, and that's going to be on the Robo. So Robo are usually around the speed unless you invest insane into the Robo, but usually when you notice the enemy pick a lot of Vile unit and you want to have a Swift unit to outspeed that, you usually play with the Robo. So Robo's on Swift will speed, HP, and accuracy. Pretty okay, but very, very tanky HP that can maybe dodge an Ethna's turn 1 stun, potentially. And that is the Swift unit. Usually, a lot of team are anchored around a Despair AoE Stripper. So let's check out the fastest Despair Stripper that Obabo used, and that's going to be Haegang. Haegang is on speed, defense flat, but 33 speed and accuracy. So most of the time, the other violent unit will be slower than Haegang because Haegang provides AoE strip. And when you tune your unit to be slower than Haegang, then Haegang can open the fight for you and your damage dealer will start following up with damage and control. So as you can see, the fastest Despair unit right now is going to be Haegang. But is that true though? Let me check out the Despair section of this account. Apparently, that is not true because the Chandra is on Despair. So let's take a look at Chandra. Holy shit. But Chandra is a couple speed below Haegang because when Haegang strip, Chandra can provide the AoE stun and slow debuff. So Chandra is on a Despair set. Speed, crit damage. Oh my god, that is almost perfect for Chandra if you replace the crit rate innate. But still, look at the Chandra rune. That is crazy. So fast and almost perfect. There's some attack stat here and there, which is kind of not important for Chandra. But overall, super fast, 30k HP, and 39 accuracy to land the slow debuff and the skill 1 crit damage. And he has crit damage in his artifact together with crit damage in the other artifact. Personally, I think I would like to have some accuracy in the artifact for the right side as well. But because Obabo is rocking 39 accuracy, and in the Bruiser battle, I think 39 accuracy is more than enough to stun and slow a lot of different enemy units. We also saw another super fast Despair set on Iris because he likes to have fun. So Iris is on a speed, HP, and HP build. This might not be like a fixed set on Iris because no real G3 player probably play with Iris unless it's Obabo because it can make anything work. But the set is pretty stacked with a lot of high triple as well, which will make for a perfect follow-up unit because Haegang is at plus 188, which means any 100 base speed unit plus this set and maybe change the will rune to accuracy, it will be the perfect follow-up unit. Any AoE unit like a Chungpeng or Charlotte or whatever AoE unit that you have in your mind right now can use this set and he can put it on another unit. That's crazy. And then we also have the slower Despair build in the Rica for just last pick follow-up. As you can see, Rica doesn't have to be crazy fast and he's focused on having high stat in general. We have a lot of HP, defense, and accuracy. Pretty much not a lot of attack stat anywhere because the main damage of Rica is from the dot and the control. So as you can see, Rica even with high base attack doesn't really have much attack or doesn't really need much attack, and it is high res, high accuracy for the control ability. Minus damage from fire because you don't get one shot by things like Marsha. That could be a problem, or Fire Monkey. And we have additional damage by stat. I'm not sure about the defense though, but I think he can go additional damage by HP. But overall, pretty insane Rica as well. Another Despair unit is going to be Juno. Juno is also crazy because she doesn't need to be tuned to the team. So as you can see, Juno's speed is a bit slower than the rest of the gang. But because you pick Juno when they pick a lot of debuff, and Juno can potentially solo the entire enemy team or pretty much being uncontrollable. So this Juno is on Despair Revenge, speed 44, oh my god, crit rate, and attack, oh my god, 24k H. Oh, because it doesn't have any other attack stat in the other room. But the HP is crazy. And we have additional damage by speed and more additional damage by HP and speed and attack. God, this Juno, very tanky. I would think an attack slot 6 would give more attack, but I think because every other rune focus on having high HP, especially to slot 2 and slot 4, so we don't have attack. Like if this rune replace the crit damage with attack stat, and this rune can replace the flat HP with attack stat, that would be perfect. This rune doesn't have attack stat as well, but this Juno is crazy. And the most beautiful thing is the additional damage that allow Juno to do damage. Like if you take off these two artifacts, this Juno would hit like a wet noodle. It won't hurt anybody. But you slap these two on, and suddenly she start hitting like a truck. And that is the beauty of artifact right there. Another Despair unit that kind of surprised me is the Despair Nana. He's having Dana on Despair, but high damage Nana. I think if you pick Nana and enemy pick Douglas or Fire Monkey, you want Nana to actually have a chance to kill them. So this Nana is actually on high attack because tanky Nana doesn't really threaten them at all. So I think it's going with Despair Nana. What about the Vile unit? Let's take a look at one of the best Han in the world. Maybe, I'm not too sure. Maybe there are better Hans out there. But this Han is, oh my god, it's so tanky. And it still has very good attack, good speed, max crit damage build, and still managed to squeeze in 17 accuracy. The rune is Violent Will. Look at, I need to pause, bro. Oh my god. My god. Speed, crit damage. Oh my god. And 8% attack to start. It's so many 10% grind is mind-blowing. Oh my god, finally something is not 10% grind. But speed and crit rate and accuracy innate. Crit damage innate with speed and crit rate over here as well. Another rune with accuracy, crit, like so perfect. These runes are mind-blowing. And in the Han artifact, we have additional damage and additional damage. Because Han multi-hit as well. So when you miss defense break, these artifact damage gonna come in clutch and allow Han to do more damage in general. But a lot of people also run Han with like high accuracy and artifact skill 3, which he squeezed in another 7% here. But I think overall you can either go crit damage or you go additional damage, or if you hate fire unit, you go damage on fire. That works too. And then we have his favorite bruiser at the moment. We have the Zeratu, also being extremely tanky. But unlike Han, like Zeratu has very similar attack, HP, defense, but Zeratu can be faster because he's on a crit rate build. So you don't have to focus on having high crit in the substat. So Zeratu overall is faster, more stats, but less damage. But Zeratu can provide dots and strip, so that is very useful utility that Zeratu bring to the table. And additional damage and artifacts can allow Zeratu to do massive damage with the attack buff as well. That's why he focused on having additional damage by attack. And oh my god, when you want to build a damage dealer, but you also want the damage dealer to be fast, it is almost impossible to get a crit damage build. But you know, I say that and look at this fucking shit. But as you can see, it's all legend rune with perfect roll. But normally, if you want to rune a damage dealer and you want it to be fast, you go with crit rate slot 4, and that allows your other rune to not have crit rate, as you can see right here. I mean, they have a little bit of crit rate, but your slot 2 can be like, what the fuck is this, right? Insane stat efficiency, and you can forget about the crit rate substat and have very minimal crit rate substat in other rune, and still achieve a decent amount of damage output and high speed. And he's pairing it with Seren. The team up ability is amazing for Han Zeratu, as I played with them recently, and the runes on Seren are pretty insane as well. Just high speed, high stat, and you're wondering, where do you get these runes? It's a combination of buying packs and farming dragons. That's pretty much it. And then we have additional damage because this girl also multi-hit, and that's allow her to do very good damage as a support unit. What about Oliver? As a main control win unit, we are having speed, crit rate, and attack. Like, you might be thinking, Sean, you also have like 280 vial. Yes, I do have 280 vial. I have like 3 set, maybe 2 actually. But what about Obabo? He has like a lot of them, and they're also more stat than me. And he arguably is not that well run compared to some of the other crazy SWC player out there. It's just mind-blowing when I get to see the real G3 rune. I realize how shitty my runes are. Let's say you only watch me or mainly watch me. You don't realize that the world is so much bigger out there. Vanessa is on a Swift build. We have speed, HP, and resistance. But look at the overall stat. Very high HP, max res, high accuracy, and then we have accuracy in the artifact and minus damage from Dark. Because you fight in G3, you fight so many LD5, minus Dark is actually very, very good. But for lower rank, probably minus Fire or minus Water. I think he only uses unit to strip defense break for his damage dealer. That's why most Vanessa on Swift nowadays, because you don't want to waste another very fast Vio set for a unit that only need to land this thing. And even if you Violent proc, you don't have an extra chance to land it anyway. So most of Vanessa are on Swift nowadays. Oh, another Swift unit that he uses is going to be Douman, because she can strip, and the moment she put the curse on, it's pretty much over for the enemy unit, so she doesn't have to Violent proc to waste turn of other unit Violent proc, because when you Violent proc, the other unit on your team have a slightly lower Violent proc chance. So unit like Vanessa and Douman, where you only need them to do that one thing, and if they miss, it's fine. But you only need them to do that one thing, then they are going to be on like a 4th, 5th, 6th priority Swift set. What about Seara? So Obabo Seara is on a slower build and doesn't have max accuracy, and his artifact focus on bomb damage with a bit of accuracy sprinkle in, and more bomb damage as well. He have attack and attack for more bomb damage. Seara is on a bomb damage build meta nowadays because you want Seara to be your LD damage dealer. By that I mean, you want Seara to be the one that can do damage on all different elements and not rely on her critting. So nowadays with this kind of build, with this kind of artifact, she can do upwards to 25,000 bomb damage without attack buff. And that could really damage a Fire Monkey or a Juno very, very quickly. So that's why she's built with bomb damage, so that she can even counter fire unit. Another high priority unit that's on Vio is going to be Velajuel. So this Velajuel is on a speed crit rate. Holy shit, that is such perfect. And HP, very high HP, but you want Velajuel to have some higher HP because a lot of Velajuel are on high defense and then it die very quickly to additional damage artifacts. So being on higher HP is not that bad. And over, oh my god, like he just get quad everywhere. Just overall very high stats for Velajuel. Insane rune quality once again. A lot of unneeded resistance, but we can't have perfect rune everywhere. For his artifact, we have damage on wind and we have crit damage. So we want his Velajuel to be dealing a lot of damage as well. And look at his Velajuel. It's fast, it's tanky, it's max crit. It has 43 accuracy to defense break. Like, where did the accuracy came from here? And innate accuracy is amazing. I think nowadays you only want to re-app innate accuracy rune because you get access to so many good runes nowadays that re-apping a flat HP innate is not exactly that amazing anymore. So if you have innate accuracy in all your runes on your best unit, you don't even need accuracy in slot 6 anymore. And you need to have accuracy in slot 2. And then look at this Velajuel. Very good accuracy. I think I forgot to mention this Despair unit that is also used a lot by Obabo. We have Elenoa on a speed HP build. We're going in the slower rune department already, but still look at the stat. 30k HP, very good accuracy. Focus on having additional damage and accuracy in skill 2 because it's the one that gave her attack bar. And she's usually the one that moved last in the team to reduce the cooldown of all the units that have already taken a turn. So her speed is a bit on a slower side. And because she has Awakening in speed, even with 170, she's not that slow anyway. And as you can see, most of the runes that I've shown so far are on a 280, 270-ish range. And that's where G3 is. And you need so many of them. Shizuka, another amazing Vio build. We have speed, HP, and resistance. Very, very fast. Tuned very nicely to the rest of the team. Faster than Seara. Slower than the strip. And just overall tanky. We have minus. No. This thing is on additional damage. I don't know why, but additional damage. And then Obabo has a variety of damage dealer that he used for fun. I'm not sure if this is going to be like the good build to recommend you guys, but we have El Sharian that he used a lot because he loved playing very aggressive. We have Taeor, who's on Swift as well. We have Rica, who's also on Swift. But I think the main Swift damage dealer is going to be Sonia. These are like for fun kind of thing. But I say for fun, he's destroying G3 player with it. We have Chow, who's rune as well. Chow is on a Violent build, speed, good damage, and HP. A lot of people think that Chow damage only comes from HP because of the passive wording here. That deal more damage according to your current HP. But a lot of G3 Chow also require to have good attack because the skill will still scale with attack at the end of the day. So you still want your Chow to have attack. As you can see, we have attack artifact that provide crit damage, more speed. This is like all meta artifact, but another insane unit. I'm not sure if he used this though. A rare unit that is like below 270 speed for Obabo. Zhang Lao is also on the damage vial build. We have a speed, crit rate, and HP build. Lacking a bit of attack in that slot 6, but overall still very, very well rune. And the total speed is also in the 280 range. Very fast. Not a whole lot of accuracy, but probably good enough because the skill 3 is very consistent nowadays. So a very, very good follow-up unit. Racuni is also rune. I think because he's using a lot of speed scaling unit, Racuni is going to be preferred over Gapsu compared to other Gapsu Ragdoll player. A classic Racuni, like, oh my god, that slot 2 is beautiful with the resistance in there. Like, you only need this and awaken into resistance, and you don't even need resistance in auto rune, pretty much. And the auto rune can just have HP. And oh my god, and then he has a triple speed and a resist. Oh my god. It's so perfect for these units. Another 280 unit, max res, 13 extra accuracy, but very, very tanky overall. We have, holy shit, an obese Icares with 40k HP on a swift build, triple HP. Oh, that's slot 2. You need some of these slot 2 once in a while when you want to build a unit very, very beefy. So we have a speed slot 2, HP slot 2, triple HP build, quad HP in some of the rune. Oh, even look at this. When you want to build a unit that only needs HP in your mind, you don't even care about defense. He jam in HP flat to squeeze in a bit extra damage in the skill 3, and that shows efficiency. That shows that this rune will belong to this unit only. You don't need defense. It's gonna be HP and raw HP. Look at all these legend HP grind. Perfectly for Icares. And then we have a Feng Yan. I really thought that was like plus 62 speed. Once again, you can only achieve that with a fat slot 2. We have a perfect slot 2 right here for Feng Yan with defense. We have triple defense build for the fat defense, and the HP substat is insane. We have attack percent here grinded in instead of flat HP or defense. I'm not sure why. Maybe because the skill 1 ultimately scale with attack. So in the end game, maybe attack percent makes more sense compared to defense flat or HP flat. But the auto runes have defense flat and perfectly grinded HP and defense as well. We have additional damage by defense and additional damage by defense. Fire Monkey King. Extremely high stat, not max crit unfortunately, but holy shit, a quad slot 2 attack percent and beautiful crit damage rune with speed grinded into the rune later. So this is the kind of unit that can be slower because this unit gains speed over time, so it doesn't have to be fast, and that's why he runed it very, very tanky. And he can solo in the end game with all these beautiful stats. Another quad crit rate that has speed jam into the rune. So when you have a rune that doesn't have speed, don't give up just yet. If it has quad crit rate, you can always just jam speed in there. Unfortunately, the attack percent cannot be grinded further because it's innate stat. And oh my god, every rune is just looking mighty fine. It's kind of weird to see a rune with less than 10 speed, but because he has to jam in attack here, because what the fuck? We have crit rate. This is 2% off maximum efficiency for a raw rune, and then he put in attack percent. Like, oh my god. Then we have the Fire Kassandra, who is on a Nemesis build to cut in between the enemy. Unfortunately, he has to run a blade set here to get the stat that he desires. But if you can replace the blade set with Nemesis rune, which I don't know if it's possible to get these stats, but I think that's the ultimate goal. She can gain even more attack power, but right now, amazing attack and crit damage. Low HP and defense so that she can gain attack bar when she gets slapped by AoE unit. That's why he doesn't max out the slot 5. I think this one was acquired after he decided to build this unit. But when you know that this rune's going to go on a Nem Trap unit, you don't have to max it because you want it to be squishy. Triple Revenge Verdehile is on Revenge Will. I think if you play a lot of Haegang, you want your Verd to be on Will as well. We have the usual Verd with a speed crit rate and HP build. Nothing too fancy here, just very, very amazing in general. The Verd is very fast. No, actually not really. The Verd is medium speed, but very, very tanky. He's not a fan of max res. I personally go with max res, but I don't think it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. I mean, you pick Verd into control comm, and control comm have good accuracy, so max res is kind of meaningless. Veromos, very tanky, and is on a Nem build. I think this is more of like a... We are going into the leftover set department, but they're still looking mighty fine. I think Veromos, on any build, as long as you are Vio Nem tanky, you're good to go. You always need a Veromos in your team because there's always going to be people that drop AoE control on you. Leo is on the Despair Revenge Ultra Tanky build. Whenever I see 40% of something, it's just so exciting because it's just like, what the fuck am I looking at? This is unreal. Holy shit. Crit damage everywhere, minus from Dark. Probably, again, just Dark LD cleave, pretty much. Very, very tanky Leo. We have Diana, also so very, very tanky. Violent Will, HP, crit damage, and HP. Because it's Diana, we have a lot of attack. I mean, HP flat in there as well. And just overall insane stat for the Diana. And then we have additional damage by attack. And very, very tanky. Gonna absolutely smash the enemy with a lot of damage. Triple Revenge Fire Pure Vanilla, pretty standard. I think these are like the counter pick area that you don't see him use often. But one thing that I see him use a lot is going to be this Smicer right here. Smicer on a speed, HP, and HP build. Oh, this one doesn't have attack. This is not a good rune for Smicer, but you know, leftover department already, and it's still looking really, really insane. So this one is on a tanky build with minus damage and speed proportionate to lost HP, and another speed proportionate to lost HP, because I think he wants Smicer to be like a disruptor. He wants Smicer to cut in between, to silence the enemy and to stun them and provide some healing at the same time. Not worrying too much about the bomb damage that Smicer can actually do, but more about the control that it can actually provide. And then I'm not sure what are these. Don't look like a serious build, but still very, very well runed. And the stuff down here are not runed properly because as a content creator, he changed rune very, very frequently. But today we get to witness after... Oh wait, I think I forgot Seimei. Vio Nem Seimei, speed, HP, and HP. Super, super duper tanky, but kind of slow. But I guess Seimei just have to survive and stay alive on the field and doesn't really have to do anything. So that's why he doesn't really put a lot of speed in Seimei. And picking Seimei is not exactly very exciting either. And Seimei get banned so frequently when you pick it right. So I guess he doesn't have to invest crazy speed on his unit, and he doesn't have to. Like, look at how fucking tanky this shit is. And that is a sneak peek into Obabo rune set. Pretty crazy stuff, I must say. My mind was blown, and I hope yours was too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.